What's going on, YouTube? JT Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Harley Quinn issue number 7. So I'm trying to catch up on Fears Day for those of you who are just getting caught up. So that's going to be issue 6, 7, and 8 going to be posted, and then I guess next week the new issue comes out. I don't know. DC has a lot of comics coming out this month, and it's tricky to try and stay up to date with all of them, but I'm trying to do my best. But basically, this one is Harley Quinn goes camping with Kevin and her other friends. Meanwhile, Hugo Strange, or as I like to call him based on this art style, the Crimson Chin, because that's what he looks like. Here comes the Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents, is doing his thing. So as the issue opens up, so this was written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Riley Rossmo. So if you watched my previous video, you know the artist was a little bit different, so that was issue number 6. This is the main artist on this book, and their art style, I don't know, it's kind of a strange one to try and get into. It's not my ideal style of art. It's definitely stylized and unique per se, and it takes a bit of kind of getting used to. When I first was reading it, I wasn't all that into it, but as it's kind of gone along, but I've realized it kind of fits the tone of this book. Not my ideal style of art to kind of get into this particular story, but it definitely fits in tone with Harley Quinn and Stephanie Phillips' writing of the character. So this is definitely more of a comedic series. It's not really that serious. I mean, this is still supposed to be going on with the whole Fear State thing, but tonally it feels really out of place, and it just feels like, okay, you gotta have to tie it into Fear State. So we have the villain Keepsake. So if you've been reading Harley Quinn, you know that's the guy who was a Joker henchman, and this issue takes place after the annual, which was released after issue 6 but before issue 7, for those of you who want to know. And the annual is basically just him just trying to extract revenge on Harley, make him like Harley be with him or something. But he's got his caucus of corruption, which is his mock villains. You have Blaine, who's a parody of Bane, Polyphonist, which is the ventriloquist, Sage Swine, whatever, exclamation Riddler, Fellow Frigid, and then Sword Lady, because she looks like Catwoman. But that's his whole shtick. And the Crimson Chin comes in, or I'm sorry, Hugo Strange, but come on, he's the Crimson Chin with that freaking massive ass chin. I mean, look at this dude's chin. I know I've said this a lot, but he is the Crimson Chin, or you know what, he's the Nega Chin from Fairly Odd Parents. So anyways, Harley's off kind of doing her own meditation thing, and she's not really gelling very well. She's got Kevin with her. Kevin's her little lovable sidekick, and she goes off camping. She's trying to clear her head, and they have to go and try and find a dog. I believe the dog's name is Waffle, because he goes missing at some point. They go off to try and find him. Turns out there's a bear there, and they try to escape the bear. Now, this is kind of all while Fear State's going on, mind you. So they're off kind of having their own, like, out-of-place adventures. Then you have Gotham City with the whole magistrate thing, and you have Hugo Strange, who is dressing up like Batman, which, Jesus, this dude is jacked as shit. Man, Hugo Strange has been hitting the gym. He has this weird obsession with Batman. Like, he wants to become Batman. It's driving him crazy. Harley Quinn thinks it's kind of a sexual thing, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, look at this dude's chin. Jesus, look at this guy's chin. Holy shit, like his chin just extends past his face. Like, dude, get that looked at. See, that's what I mean with this art style. His chin is so freaking massive. It just feels like he's got an infection. Like, he has to be like enhancing it, like in some capacity. Like, my God, man, get that looked at. So yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I think of him as the Crimson Chin. But yeah, his idea, he wants to work with Keepsake to get control of Poison Ivy, because it kind of reminds me a bit of like Pirates of the Caribbean 2, where they're trying to get the dead man's chest. Whoever controls the chest controls Davy Jones and controls the seas. But here, whoever is able to get control of Poison Ivy controls Gotham, because Ivy has planted herself, as you know in the pages of the other Batman titles, underground, so she could just take the city down in an instant. That's kind of one of the threats going on in Tynion's main Fear State thing, but that's just kind of what they're going for. So Hugo Strange is a bit of a background thing, and you wouldn't really know about that unless you are reading Harley Quinn. So yeah, that's something right there. So Harley Quinn's doing her thing. She's about to die, but she's saved by a character known as the Gardener, who was Pamela Isley's ex-girlfriend. And now they know where Poison Ivy is, so they're going to go and try and find her. So that's basically the ending of this issue, and I believe it's in Catwoman where they do find Poison Ivy, which I'm going to have to go back and read all of that after I finish with Harley Quinn. But yeah, so trying to go back and read these things now, it's just kind of just trying to place yourself in the state of the timeline. But there is some humor in here. Tonally, it's very different from what's going on in the rest of Fear State, which makes it a little bit more enjoyable. I feel it's not kind of the same thing going over and over again. It feels a bit fresh after reading the much more serious in tone Fear State titles, so I appreciated that. The art style, it takes a bit of getting used to. It's not really my favorite, but there's a lot to just comment on, especially the way Hugo Strange looks. I mean, he's the goddamn Crimson Chin. What else can I say? Like, that thing is just has its own zip code. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on Harley Quinn number 7. It's an okay story in general. It fits Harley, but it's nothing really all that amazing. It's just them kind of going on a bit of a camping trip, and you have some comedic stuff with Keepsake and the rest of the caucus of corruption, and you have Hugo Strange kind of working the background. He's kind of playing the long game. Like, as soon as Scarecrow's out of the way, he's going to make his move and take over Gotham, and, you know, he's manipulating those around him. So yeah, that's what's going on here. What did you think of Harley Quinn issue number 7? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications, like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. Be sure to come back next time, as I'm going to be talking about issue number 8, and then I will be all caught up with the series. Yay! All right, that's all I got to say. Take care now. Bye-bye then, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.